And how are you today? Hopefully, it's a good day. We are back at Coffee Talk, and I wanted to click and say, hey, you know what? I had read this book, In the Eye of the Storm. Actually, I'm in the middle of reading it. Because I got to meet Ryan Stevenson, and it was kind of amazing because of the way that it happened for me. So I don't know if you know who he is, but I knew that there was a song that I truly, truly was just, I lived and breathed this song. And when I was going through my storms. And I wanted to say that, in this world, we have good and evil. We have times that are good and times that are bad. Times that we may struggle and not expect things that have happened to us. So I wanted to kind of touch base because that song I would allow just to sit there, and it would be in the eye of the storm. I take control. Like, I can't even really sing because I would not do justice, but it was just where I felt overwhelmed and that nothing felt like it was really happening the right way. And so it felt like a storm, a true storm. And I truly want to say that my biggest goal for this whole coffee talk is that I stay vulnerable and that I stay true to the people that are here and listening. And I had read the first couple of pages, which is not always easy to be vulnerable or share things that have really been rough for you. But what was important is then you'll understand that you're not alone. And that to me is every bit worth it. So I also say that many times there's scriptures that they would say, Carla, if you listen to and you read the Bible and you look at it, there'll be scriptures that'll help guide you through life. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but I hear you. And then they would be like, listen, you need to grab onto an anchor. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you, and this anchor was given to me, and it says hope. So if you read and look into scriptures and you see that the anchor is what anchors your soul. And so sometimes I had saying, yeah, listen, drop my anchor where, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how to feel. Maybe you feel like that today. And if you're feeling like that today, have hope. The other days are coming. There's big promises, and he doesn't leave you in your mess. He doesn't want you in your mess. He wants to deliver the good life. He wants to deliver the fruits of the Spirit, and he wants to deliver goodness. But he may want you to change some of your habits, some of your thoughts, some of your friends. So he may be stripping you from many things that you may not want to change. I remember when I was pregnant with my second child, and I really enjoyed my medical sales world, and but for unknown reasons of why it was given to me the way it was given, I was not able to work and have my pregnancy because I was on complete bed rest. If not, I was hospitalized every time I moved around too much. So it was a really, really hard time for me because that wasn't the way the life was supposed to be. I was supposed to have married my dreamweaver, had this little girl that was so fun, and I was just having my second pregnancy. And why did I have to get rid of my career path? Like, why? If I had worked so hard, and why did I have to give one up? I didn't want to, and I struggled. And you know what would keep happening to me? The minute I'd move, I'd end up back in the hospital. The minute I did something that I wasn't supposed to, I ended up back in the hospital. So at that point, it became the message of saying, all right, you want to be stubborn? See what's going to happen. Like, there's consequences to everything we do. So maybe you're choosing a wrong choice right now and there's a consequence that you're not liking. So like for me, I decided that, I wanted to wash my hair that day. And what ended up doing is because I was being selfish that day and wanted my hair washed, it was like I would end up back in the hospital. So my actions were causing the reaction. So today is, what are your actions doing? Are they benefiting you or are they hindering you for where you're supposed to be? So, and the only reasons why I share my vulnerable spots and my faults and where I have grabbed onto different things and how I've learned the scriptures of how to get through life of, hey, listen, it's not promised that it's going to be easy, but it is promised that it's going to be a nice ride. Because maybe at the end, you're losing that friend that is no good for you. Or maybe that relationship that you're in today needs to grow. And maybe you need to change within. So those are little pieces that I just wanted to kind of say, hey, listen, let's remember this. It's okay because all of us struggle with something. It's okay to understand that, maybe we need to grab on to faith or have a friend or have a good discussion and be vulnerable today. So my thoughts were, don't forget, there may be an eye of the storm, but share it with someone they do care about. Make sure that it's someone that isn't going to take your information and use drama of it. Make sure they're for you and not against you. So remember, there's those good and evils, and you'll know. Your gut always knows. So today, make sure that you follow your gut. You remember that there's an anchor that will hold on to hope, and that you are going to get through. Don't forget that. I hope you're having a great